Welcome to another day of education, learning how to clean your data, and that's what I'm focusing on today. And the part I'm focusing on is how to separate strings from a cell that is containing number and strings, which is alphabet or words or uh, symbols, characters with number. So for you to convert these cells to quantity, to number that it should reflect ordinarily, for you to analyze, you have to remove these alphabets, these words after the number, for it to become a number, for it to be able to analyze. It's a sales data, and you want to be able to analyze the quantity that you have sold, to be able to be flexible in your analytical process. And to be able to do that, you have to clean this data, remove these LF, PB, PC, which are symbolic to the measurement of this quantity. But in analysis, we don't need these symbolisms. We have to get the absolute numbers to be able to analyze our sales data. So to do that, I'm going to use a VBA script to remove this extra part, to convert this column, the entirety of this column, to numbers that you'll be able to analyze. If you go through this data, if it was a sheet that contains only maybe 23 rows, you could edit each of the column, each of the cells individually to remove, or to use search and replace to remove this information. But then, to be absolute and effective, efficient, to save time, I'm using VBA scripts. Now, for you to, let me first show you an alternative. Okay, for example, if you want to use an alternative to do this thing, you can come here, this find and select, then replace. Then you could just, let's say, LF, and then replace it with blank, and then replace all. Okay, you can see that we've been able to replace 519 LF with a blank space, and then successfully converted this quantity that was previously written as 1.00 LF to 1, which is a quantity, successfully. But then you have to do the same for PB, PC, and all the rest. But we have a more efficient way of doing this using VBA. But before you do that, always have a backup data so that you will not compromise or make a mistake that you cannot undo. Like, for example, this is something that I can undo easily. Yes, we have our data back. Now I can redo, and yes, we have our quantity back. So this is easy, but VBA, let me warn you, if you run the script, it is very difficult to undo, almost impossible to undo. So I would advise you have a backup data. Save your sheets. You can create maybe a different sheet like this, then copy the entire data and then paste it in the second sheet as a backup. Then you go back to the main sheet and then you start cleaning. Before I go to the VBA part, let me do little clean up here first. Now you see that we have 7,581, okay, 7,580 rows in this data, and it will be difficult for you to ensure that each of them is clean. But with VBA, it's absolute. You can make sure you can be sure that it's clean. So what we are going to do, we are not just cleaning this column E, we are cleaning E to G to convert each. I've already written the script, so I'm not going to waste much of your time typing a script from the beginning. To activate, to run your VBA, what you have to do is to first press Alt key plus F11 to open up your VBA dashboard. Alt key and F11, function 11. Press them together to open up VBA. Then when you come to this, when you are in this interface, you click Insert and then Module to insert your VBA module. I have my VBA module in a notepad that I've written the VBA code. Let me copy it. Okay. So then paste. So now I will leave this script in the description of the video for anyone to be able to access. But when you have accessed this script and you want to use it for cleaning your Excel sheet with similar challenge where you have strings and numbers together and you want the numbers only and you want to delete the alphabets completely from your script, from those columns, to be able to access the quantity or the amount alone to analyze. This is the script for you. But when you want to use it, always bring your eyes attention to this part and edit this part. Now, in the spreadsheet that we want to clean, it's only column E to G that we want to clean. And in this Excel sheet, we are starting from E2, which is this one, and then we want to clean up to G 7,580. This is the range of the data that you want to clean. So when you come back to your VBA dashboard, you edit this part. Start from E2 and end at, stop at G 7580. So this is the range of data that you want to clean. You can go through the scripts to get clarity, but that will take much time for me to go through it. So I decided that I would leave the scripts in the description for you to access. Then I will run it now for you to see. You can either run it here by clicking and then click Run Sub or User Form to run it. Then another way to run it is to go back to the Excel sheet where you want to run the scripts and click Alt F8 to be able to run it. Then select this one and run. Let's give it some time for the scripts to run and finalize the cleaning process. It's taking time because the data set is much. If it was 100, 1000, it would have been done by now. But let's give it more time. It's still better than doing it manually. And your system's processor is also important. If your system is stronger than mine, it will take less time. Now we have the clean data here right now. The beauty of it is that it has efficiently removed all the strings from our data, leaving only the number for us to analyze, and even maintaining the decimal place, the two decimal place as it was. So now guys, this is how to use VBA to clean your Excel data columns and rows as the case may be. So go ahead, copy the script, edit the part that contains the range to suit the range of data you want to, the range of columns or rows that you want to clean, and then run the scripts and clean your data. Guys, thank you for joining me on this section. It's my pleasure that you derive this information from me. And if you find this information valuable, please subscribe and then like the video to promote the video and promote the channel in general. Thank you very much.